Okay, time for another Modern League. Made a couple of changes for the list. You're gonna see that we cut one of the dismembers instead of the third copy of dismember in the main deck. I moved the Bojuka Bog that was in the sideboard. It slotted beautifully right into that main deck. Bog is just always randomly very, very useful. Like, I know that Punt always wants to not play Bog in the main deck, and I always want to play Bog in the main deck, so I'm getting just my I'm just getting my wish here. Yeah, so we're gonna be playing the Bog in the main deck and try that out. And then as far as the sideboard goes, I freed up one sideboard slot, which I'm playing Radiant Fountain. Basically, I just can't fathom a matchup where we want 4 copies of Dismember. That seems like just one too many. I can see some matchups where we want 3, but I can't really see any matchup where I would want the full 4 copies. So the 4th Dismember just seemed completely redundant. So shave that off, added a Radiant Fountain, which we will be bringing in alongside the 3rd copy of Dismember, so that kind of works together a little bit there. That's gonna be the only changes that I'm gonna be doing, but I'm gonna be playing this list through a league. So if you're enjoying the content, of course, remember that you can hit that subscribe and like button, and you can support the channel, help the channel grow. And I'll see you for the next match. Round number 1 of this brand new league, getting paired against the companion deck. On the play, you'll love to see it. Opponent. Oh wow, I just waited for you to get paired against someone. Missed the pairing. My opponent didn't want to queue into me, I guess. Sounds close, but it's not, because I cannot cast my Explorer. So if this were a basic forest or something, it would be a lot more keepable, but sounds a lot better though. I like this hand. We're gonna keep this, and we're gonna bottom the Slayer Stronghold. And I'm gonna go with Amulet on turn 1, because I want to protect it from an Inquisition of Kozilek. Do I think Karn builds are still good? Yep. I think you can definitely adapt Karn to make it good. Just want to make MH2 to make Hive Mind great again. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen, really. Run a Fall is worth in a meta with Blue-Red Blitz. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's in this deck. That's the sole reason why we're playing the card. So if I draw a bounce land, we can cast a Titan this coming turn. And if I don't find a bounce land, we did not find a bounce land. Just gonna chill here. And now any bounce land or green source give me Titan mana, but a bounce land gives me uncounterable Titan mana, which is obviously better. Oh! Yes! That's sick! Rogues? No! I wanted that. I needed that, opponent. Alright, I am kind of excited about this. Yeah, they obviously take the prime time there. So they can't counter me, so the question is there any reason for me to hold up to the 1 extra mana? I mean, I guess there's no reason for me to not use it. That would be a more accurate way to put it. So let's just cast the prime time here. And I'm Definitely interested in bogging myself. Because as it currently stands, my opponent can just answer my Titan with... What's his name? 1 mana short of just straight up killing them here. Which is unfortunate, but it's fine. We're just gonna get Tolaria West and Bojuki Bog, and I'm gonna bog myself. Yeah. We're talking about earlier about how randomly relevant Bojuki Bog can be. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Yep. Bojuki Bog is legit. Bojuki Bog is legit. Is Run of Foul just randomly awesome right here? Like, I definitely want these members, and I definitely want explosives, but like, is Run of Foul just sick too? Or is Run of Foul just fine? I think Run of Foul may be just fine. Yeah, I guess I'm not that excited about it. Definitely excited about these members and explosives. If they play Beetle Blossom, I am not worried about Beetle Blossom in the slightest, I don't think. Although Gracer does block the rogues. Does that matter though? I feel like I need trackers because it's very likely my opponent has surgicals. I think the chances of my opponent having surgical are pretty high. So I think that I'm interested in having access to trackers. Something tells me that I'm just gonna get surgical. Where's the plan behind Run of Foul? Yeah, Prowess and Breach. And I guess Rogues. No, I'm not gonna be bringing in. But it's just funny. Breach deck again. Yeah, Prismara Command has really helped the Breach deck. Let's do just like 2 trackers. 2 trackers seems fine to me. Sure. It was Spirits and Rogues in the finals of the challenge yesterday. Are the challenge lists published? When I checked earlier today before the stream, all of the lists were not live yet. I guess they still aren't. Unfortunate. Because I really want to take a look. My opponent says that they're doing unexpectedly well with it. Which is awesome. Thutsies. It's a great top deck. We got nothing going on, but neither does my opponent. Green. What's the green for? Pretty good drop. What is the green for? Getting there with Gracer for value. My opponent says, why are you doing this to me? They're gonna push my tracker. I'm gonna be sad. Dismember. Okay. Sadness has entered the stack. Crack Clue. Play Amulet. I mean, we're not drawing well here. We're not drawing well. I'm gonna hold on to this land because if I draw another tracker, I will want to make sure that I at least draw a card off of it. Drowning the Lock to kill my Grazer. Oh, you love to see it. I mean, that has to mean that they have another one, right? That just has to mean that they have another one. Oh, that explains it. Okay. Okay. What's up, Magus? Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. Primeval Titan? Primeval Titan? Engineered Explosives? Alright. So they are playing Scourge. So Fountain becomes a lot more exciting now that I know that they have Scourge. That sounds like a great title, Magus. Keep your dreams alive. Elo partner with the Prime Sub, coming back for the 7th month. Looking forward to buy a right symbol. Guess you know how hard this can be. Please send strength. Oh man. So many choices, so little time. What are you looking at? You're looking for something jazzier, something more all around, more versatile. Something maybe a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner, drier. Do you like this version more than current version? It's a great question. Jazz symbol. I have a 22-inch Constantinople, and I cannot say enough beautiful things about my 22-inch Constantinople. It's just absolutely stunning. Rearrange AES with the raid. Welcome everybody from Rearrange stream. Hope you had a good stream. What have you been up to? Yeah, I'm not keeping this one. Guess I'm keeping this one. Probably gonna ship the Gracer. No, I guess I can't ship the Grazer here. Because my opponent Inquisitions the Explorer then. But then they thought since the prime time. Alright, rearrange that. That's nice. Hope you had a good one. If I bought on prime time though, we get owned by Thoughtseize. I think I just have to bottom the Grazer. We've been doing okay. It's been fine. Not like insane or anything, but have I tried the field trip lesson builds? Yeah, they were. I did not like it one bit. Yeah. The problem that the lesson lists have is that the lessons are all terrible. The naturalized lesson is excellent, and all of the other lessons are embarrassing. So you're basically just playing the entire lesson package exclusively because of that. You're playing it exclusively because of that specific lesson. Trophy. I'm okay with that. Actively super love, containment breach, but you're right about the rest of them being bad. Yeah. It's pretty cheaty. Like, it's just awkward. I guess we keep doing this thing, huh? Just kidding. How many times can we make this exact play happen? That's the question. Been playing a lot of Abundant Harvest in Legacy. Anyone put any thought into what kind of decks that might find itself in Modern? I mean, I think that it will find itself in Prowess Shells and stuff like that. Potentially Arcanist, stuff like that. I think it could be quite good. I think it could be quite good. Please don't surgical me, brah. Please don't surgical me, brah. So many trophies. I think I'm gonna have to kill Lurrus. I think I'm gonna have to kill Lurrus or attempt to kill Lurrus, so. Isn't the same Lurrus Spirit a Ponder to me? I don't agree with that part. Particularly not Ponder. Yikes. Well, so I guess Valak it's not a plan anymore. F. Do I need to explosives on 2 here now? I think I have to. So I think the plan is to explosives on 2 and then to just jam next turn the prime time and we bog them. Of course, if they have drown, we lose, but I don't think that we can play around all that stuff. So we're just gonna take this chunk here. Just a lot of damage, but we have a plan. We have a plan. So end step, crack explosives, untap, hope that this Titan somehow resolves, bog my opponent, and take it from there. Can't beat any form of interaction whatsoever. Can't beat any form of interaction. We got a plan. We got a plan. They're gonna be drawing 2 cards here. Cross fingers. Whoa. Ash with the dono. Thank you for the donation, Ash. Really appreciate it. Oh, that resolved. Sick. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Bog. Boggin. All right, let me find that notification there. Been a little while, so here's a dono for some wacky deck list. I have 2 for you, so you gotta choose which one I like best. All right, awesome. We'll be looking at those ones in between. Yeah, thank you for the donation, Ash. Appreciate the continued support. So Bujuku Bog and Tolaria West or Bounce Land. If I get Bounce Land, it means that even if the Dryad gets answered, I get to bog myself next turn, which is pretty good. Sure. And I guess I do have the thing already, so. Radiant Fountain was the other option. Thoughtseize. By primetime. Am I gonna stream Titantron anytime soon? Well, I did stream Titantron last week? Previous week? Can't remember. All the weeks are kind of blurring together at this point, but there's some stuff in YouTube. There's some Titantron content in YouTube over there. There's the emblematic 5-0, of course, and then some other stuff as well. Are we getting dismembered here? Seems to me like we may be getting dismembered, so I'm just gonna take it. The fact that both Valakids are gone, it's just so brutal. So let's start with bog myself. This is gonna force the issue if my opponent has what's his name. They don't have what's his name. Good. No, what's his name is good. So these should be lethal. I'm gonna get Radiant Fountain. And I guess we don't have Colony. So I guess just getting double Radiant Fountain. And thank you for the sub, Ash. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. The card in the showcase was Sig versus Heliod. It was good stuff. Remember when I played around Dismember, chat? Oh! Oh, wow, wow, wow. That was bad. I should have floated black mana. Eesh. That was bad. Should have floated black mana to kill the Lurrus. Let's do that. They can't drown this. 4 mana. Three mana, 2, 1 mana, 0 mana. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose to not, because now this Lurrus just kills me if they counter the Dismember. But I don't think they have that many ways to counter this Dismember, so that's why I went for it, because Drown the Lock doesn't do anything. It's in the Historic Rogues of a higher power level? Probably. We got 1 Summoner's back, so I guess that's a good enough reason to get this. And then we can Vesuva my Radiant Fountain. Isn't it a mistake to not give the Titan Vigilance? Not necessarily, because it forces the issue. Opponent is gonna Dismember here again. And now, like, it just doesn't make any difference. Like, it's either lethal or it isn't. So this is going to be the blue that I'm going to transmute next turn. We still have Breeding Pool in the deck. That's a big boy. It's a really big boy. Three mana to transmute. I guess we have to transmute for explosives. Because, like, this is my second T-West. The other one is gone. We have to transmute for explosives to kill this. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That plays around drawing the luck. X equals 5, 2 colors. Seems good. Sergi with the Prime sub. Welcome back to the Prime Time Toronto for 2 years. 2 years on the nature way. Thank you for all the content and make me a better player. You're very welcome, Sergio. Thank you so much for the continued support. Snorlax plushie. Yeah, it's a Magus thing. I was hooked. I was hooked by Magus. Summoner's Pact. Yep. One, two, three, four. There's definitely an argument for going for. They have Drown. They have Drown. Holding onto the land because of Tracker. That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's an argument for going for Tracker, but. So many dismembers, so little time. So many dismembers, so little time. I mean, that's lethal. So we're gonna jam. Another Drown. Okay. I mean, as long as they don't find another scores, we're fine. JG the story times. Thank you for the follow. Any thread does it. Even Gracer does it, which is hilarious. Even Gracer does it at this point. Colony Garden. We sided out Colony. Wait. Please let this be lethal. Please let this be lethal. Please, please let this be lethal. Please let this be lethal. Yeah. Ah, that warms my heart. That is. You can't ask for too much more than that. That's just modern for you folks. Just one Slaughter Boy. Slayer Stronghold better than High World Battlements confirmed. Indeed. That was awesome. Alright, see you for the next round. Here we are for round number 2, but like, I don't know why we're still playing. This league has peaked already. We should just pack it in, move on to the next one. If we top deck Gracer, we win. We need a new channel point redemption. Yeah, this is great. Playing against Lurrus deck. Definitely gonna play Amulet turn 1. Even though we have confirmed that Gracer is, you know, unbeatable. Wow. That's it. That's it. It's over. That was freaking awesome. Indeed. Indeed. So the correct pick here is Explore. Can we have a haste creature to win this game? We have a haste creature in home. Yeah. The creature. Why Amulet instead of Lurrus in turn 1? You just saw it. Just saw it. I'd much rather make sure that I can resolve my Amulet than resolve this Grazer. Black Clay Cliffs. Again, the pick is Explorer. Huh. What am I playing against? Like, I'm not... I mean, that is something. Well, let's go, Asusa. Let's go. This should be the Blood Moon midrange with Lurrus? You think so? Shrieking Affliction. Okay. Atrax without Liliana? It's a little bit sus. Atrax without Liliana. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm assuming my opponent's playing Waste Not and stuff. Do you think they will print Price of Progress in Modern Horizons 2? No, I don't think so. I don't think Modern can hang with Price of Progress. To just chill here. Yeah, land is bad for me. Spells are also bad for me. So those were their two draws, I guess. Would I play Ultra Saxon Amulet? I will test it at least. I'll definitely at least test it. I think I have to pass here, right? Because I can't take 3 damage from any of my opponent's rock effects. So we know that they can at least discard one of my cards. So I have to dodge any discard spell or land. I don't like Reclaimer Amulet. If you don't like it, don't play it. It's pretty straightforward. Bayasusa. That was Meyer. Can Titan get bounced on this? How am I casting the Titan? Okay, that's lethal. I cannot cast the Titan, right? We only have 5 mana and I don't have double green, so I can't activate the castle. So these are good, these are good, this is good, these are good. That's good. Books fine, caverns are not fine, gracers are bad. Amulets are not great either, but they're kind of fine. So I guess they can't play Ashiok, which is a good thing for me. Let's go with this. Raven's Crime better than Primeval Titan. I'm gonna put my opponent on the play so we have access to 1 extra land. And we keep literally any hand. Doesn't matter the cards in my hand. Discard away, my friend. Honestly, there's kind of an argument for... It's kind of an argument for discarding the Azusa there. Probably not the play, but... The fact that this gets discarded to an Inquisition or something like that. Bob freaks me out. Bob is so scary. Thoughtseize. Hoping to dodge Surgical here, but turn 2 Bob is gonna be... It's gonna be tough to beat. So they showed me Terminate. That's the only red they showed me. I don't think that 8 Rack is overall a good matchup for us anyway. Best top deck is probably Tireless Tracker. If we top deck Tracker, I'm gonna feel like we're in really good shape. That Raven's Crime is actually great for us because it allows me to discard the Azusa. And like now we are immune to Inquisition. Yeah, there we go. Remember when I said that Tracker was the best top deck? That's exactly what I meant. Because it allows me to refuel my lands. Our creatures are incredibly bad in this matchup. You mean all of our creatures that come into play and win the game on the spot? Those are the ones that you're talking about? The one that you just cast and win immediately? If those are the ones that you're talking about, then I am confused. New to Titan, and someone suggested to check out the streams. Are there good resources for beginners? Yes! Yes, there are! I hope you got some time in your hands, because... there are maybe too many resources. maybe too many resources, honestly. Bounce Forest. Sounds good to me. It's nice that in response to all of the rack effects, we can just crack a clue to draw a card. So that's really nice. Nice Feral Push. I guess I don't even know why I got the Plant Token. They can't have Lily, so... But yeah, Isaac Perry, you're definitely in the right place. Definitely in the right place. We are in garbage time here, by the way. In case you were wondering. If you were wondering, wait, are we in garbage time here? The answer is yes. Yes, we are in garbage time. Here goes nothing. So, Bujuku Bog and another bounce land. Yep. Maybe they cyber Liliana's Triumph. I doubt it. I really doubt that they would cyber Liliana's Triumph. Like, it's just bad against us, right? Like, you can maybe line it out. I mean, my opponent still has pushes in their deck, so clearly they're short on good cards. So I'm assuming my opponent's going to put me on the play here. Just credited 160 euros worth of cards, and I'm wondering whether Amulet is a fun deck to play or honestly frustrating. I mean, I've been playing it for 7 years and counting, so at least I think it's fun, but you know, fun is relative, so it could be fun for you, or maybe it could not be fun for you. I don't think anybody but you can answer that question. I think it's the best deck ever, yeah. I don't think that there are that many decks that you can play for 7 years and still be excited about playing. Opponent takes the Amulet. Fortunate top deck, but not that bad. Lava Claw Reaches. Wow. Going deep, I guess. I guess I actually can play around Smallpox. So I think I am going to play around Smallpox. Let's play around Smallpox. The worst part of Amulet is that the pilot is the weakest part of it. That is a reasonable statement. Thutsies. You get it. Pretty sure the most expensive Amulet card is Cavern of Souls, and that's a card that keeps its value, especially with Counterspell coming up. Yes. I think that's true. Yeah, I think Cavern is the most expensive card in the deck. By a huge margin too, right? What's the second most expensive card in Amulet? Props to my opponent for being so good at drawing Bob. Misty. Well, but it can be any fetch land. Like, it doesn't need to be Misty. Oh my god! Gross! I guess now we know what the red is for. Damn, blighting! Respect. I love it. I love it. All right. I mean, my opponent's deck is not good at all, but it's really funny. I'm gonna bounce the Valakut, which is unfortunate, but I need to make sure that if I have a Titan, I can cast it. Valakut or a fetch. Is Valakut expensive now? I remember Valakuts being very, very cheap for the longest time. Maybe they're expensive now. I haven't really checked in a really long time. You got my Dryad. Like 25 bucks. I guess it could be worse. All right. I mean, if we draw Primeval Titan, we probably just win straight up here. The race is on, baby. Let's go. Most of Titan is dirt cheap. They just reprinted Titan, Vesuva, Grimpact, Asusa. Yeah, and Titan has been reprinted like a million times at this point. I don't know about pushing the tokens. I don't know how I feel about pushing the token there. Like, waste the fatal push on a token, immediately draw a fetch land. I mean, I guess they can attack me with Lava Claw Riches here. It's not nothing. Oh, they just had another push. Okay. Yeah, barring like mono red or wash prowess, this is probably the cheapest mana base in the format, I would say. Prime time. Is there reason to hold on to this castle? My opponent has a Raven's Crime and they reveal this swamp last turn. So they have a land, but that would use their mana. One Valakut is gone. Two Dryads are gone. Yeah, I guess that their mana just doesn't matter, so... Like, we just need to draw Prime Time. If we draw Prime Time, it's gonna be enough for us to keep up, but if we don't, we're just gonna die to this Bob. Honestly, it's very, very good that my opponent, you know, they had turn 2 Bob all 3 games, right? It's really, really hard for us to beat Bob. Bob is the single mid-range creature that I probably lost the most to. Out of John, out of, you know, all of those decks that people love that are never good. I mean, we have to draw Titan this turn and we're fine. If we don't find Titan exactly this turn, we're gonna lose, I think. Because we're gonna lose to the Croxa. Prime time? Yeah. Yeah, at this point it's just too late because the Croxa is gonna kill us. Two-bomb crit triggers with Gourmag. Yeah, Lurrus may have something to say about that. Yeah, this card just kills us. Too bad, man. Like, this matchup just has to be great for us. If we played like 100 matches, I feel like we win like 70 of them. We just saw in the previous game, right? Like how every single one of our creatures just resolves and just wins by itself. Doesn't even need any help. So the fact that, you know, it's been 8 turns and we've been sitting here with Titan mana for like 8 turns and we just cannot find a Titan. It's pretty rough. While my opponent is drawing 2 cards to turn with Bob. Also, there's no way that this deck is playable. There's just no way that this deck is even remotely close to playable. Oh, I guess they are. Their Shuriken Affliction kills us. Brutal. Anyhow. Okay. On the draw, unknown opponent, they keep 7. Sure. I like to lead dangerously. Chuckles, the yo-yo. Thank you for the follow. What is the run a foul for? Prowess, Breach. Any deck that has flyers that you want to kill? I know, Stabs. Isn't that insane value? Another Tron gamer, huh? My fingers feel super weird. I don't know why. Like I was cooking like a banana bread on Saturday, and the ooh, that's a good topic. The like place where you put the whole mix in, the one that I have at the bottom is like jelly or whatever. Like it's not jelly. I keep saying jelly because I think it's funnier to say jelly, but it's like it's not solid. Like it's not like metal. So I saw that it was kind of, you know, tilted, and I was okay, I'm gonna untilt it, and I just threw my hand inside the oven like straight up. And of course, like I burned my entire hand like an idiot, because why wouldn't I? And it was really painful. It was really painful. And now my fingers are messed up. Old Border 4 Primeval Titan is $100. There's no way. Really? That sounds hilariously ridiculous. My opponent's not gonna like what they see here. Like the wife is better for grabbing objects from the oven with their metal hands. Yeah, for sure. Wait. Why would they take my summoner's pact? Want to play that I can learn lines while playing versus junkie homebrews or just goldfish? And is Amulet good for that? Yes, very good for that. Just completed my old border quest for my Japanese Titan deck. That's awesome, Rancid Flesh. Congratulations. I'm gonna go squatter my Slayer Stronghold. Okay. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. It didn't work out, but their line did make a lot of sense there. I can't haste now. I can play wind. Plague Wind and still have a prime time left seems pretty strong. I mean, land into all this dust kind of does something, maybe? Not really, but maybe. Anyway, my opponent's over. My opponent's done with it. I was done with it too, so it works out. Cut these members. E-Tron in 2021? Yeah, Chalice is great right now. I mean, it's the only reason why E-Tron's display, I think. I mean, E-Tron gamers love E-Tron. So, it's not the craziest thing, honestly, but... Non-foil equal nonsense? I actively dislike foils, so non-foils do it for me. This hand's pretty great. Unless they have turn to Thought Knot and they take my tracker. What's up, Magus? Are you the bloody amateur streamer? You're not amateur though. You're just washed up. I mean, remember when I said that this is the only way that I could potentially lose this? There we go. Turn to Thought Knot, take my tracker. I'm immature, not amateur. Potato, potato, Magus. Potato, potato. Do you want to hear a potato song? Is it a good potato song? Because there are good potato songs and there are not so good potato songs. And by that I mean all of the potato songs sucks. Magus is a MILF streamer aged like fine wine. Beautiful. The most German fruit of them all. You can feel the Germanness in the fruit. That's quite funny. I'm probably trading if my opponent offers the trade, but I'm not blocking with a Susa, so. I'm German and the most German fruit is beer. Hard to argue with that one. Hard to argue with that one. Tectonic Edge. Awkward. I'd like to block. Damn it. So they have Tectonic Edge and Ghost Squatter? Okay. It's an interesting list. Throwback to the 10 years where Eldrazi Temple was a bulk rare, remember? Those were some good times. Karn is bad for us. So I can activate Stronghold on Dryad. I can bounce, replay Stronghold. And I can serve. I can swing at Karn. And that forces the Thought Knot to jump in front of the Karn. It also means that I'm not going to have this in my hand anymore. So what I can do is I can play this twice. Play this twice. I guess that's the line. Float red. Float white. Activate here. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so bounce here. Play this again. Activate on Dryad. Bounce this. Replay this. Now we attack. This forces the trade with the Thought Knot unless my opponent was to lose their Karn. So now if we find the Titan, we're in fine shape. And we can cast it, but... Forever unlucky. Forever unlucky. And now we're obviously going to top deck Valakut, which would have been great, but now it's not great. They can't really stop me from tightening, I don't think. No, they can't. But I think they're about to fuck up. Yeah, okay, so now they fucked up. So now they can't stop me from tightening. Because I have the tapped land in hand. So if I draw a Titan, we're still fine. Titan. One, two. So we can copy Blast Zone, untap once. Copy Blast Zone and tap once. Uptick. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 and crack. And we get to blow up both of these, and we attack Karn down to 3. I think, yeah, I guess I can blow up Karn, but is blowing up Karn better than blowing up the Liquid Miracle? Because my opponent has 1 card in hand left. And if they're one of their last... If their last card or their top deck is a Karn, we lose. But then the Karn minuses for... They have 5 mana. Probably a Ballista. Probably a ballista. Yeah, I guess we have to kill the card. Damn it. Untap. Put X charge counters. 1, 2, 3. Plus the 1, that's 4. Done. Untap. Crack this. Same for 1. Am I proud of you? I'm always proud of you, Magus. Did you see how close we are to getting a Snorlax plushie? Are you proud of me there? And my opponent has a second Karn. Or they're just gonna blow up Blast Zone. Of course. Of course. Of course. The last card was obviously a card, Magus. You debated me. You debated me. I got got. Over here, Snorlax just costing 19 euros. Wow. I also debated me into Snorlax plushie. You did. But that was a good debating, though. You have to blow this up, yeah. I guess we're dead now. Tireless Tracker. Snorks. Snorks making the dream of the Snorlax plushie come true. Thank you so much, Snorks. Appreciate it. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to look. Gonna have to look for a Snorlax plushie now. Golden Wiggle, thank you for the follow. Let me see if I have the link somewhere. I'm gonna look for it later. This is gonna be a Snorlax plushie stream. Gracias. Are we about to have a Snorlax plushie stream? Torpor Orb. Annoying, but beatable. Pudding gets in there. Pay for Zip Act. Attack El Carno. I mean, they can't get bridge without killing the Karn, so I don't think my opponent should have attacked there. If we drop prime time, we kind of stabilize here. What size of Snorlax plushie? I don't know. Like maybe this size? Maybe this size? Something like this. Primeval Titan off the top one time? 50 centimeters. Getting the coward version. They're the ones that are the size of a small bed. Yeah, we're probably not getting one of those. This hand sucks. Wait, does it? So if we drew a prime time with this hand, we can just cast it on turn 3. Okay, I guess we keep this. And my opponent can't really interact with me. I guess maybe they have like Tech Edge or something. Seems fine. Gracer. Gracer. Except Mio has this league being significantly longer than the previous one. $200 centimeters Snorlax or Riot? I mean, I don't know. Prime time, please. Please give me a Primeval Titan. I don't ask for too much. All I want is a Primeval Titan. All I want for Christmas is prime time. So I just basically affinited my hand into play and just got nothing from it. I'm about to lose to this card creator, sorry. Feels bad, man. Also, I should have held on to the castle because if I draw a Dryad, I'm gonna be really sad. Phew. Wow, they conceded? That was not the time to back it. That was not the time to back it. We were ahead for sure, but that was not the time to back it up. Anyway, we win. Sweet. Alright, sitting at 2-1. How do we like this opener? Got a Dryad, got a Valakut, got an Azusa. Sure. Prowess? There's no way we're playing against Restore Balance again, right? Can we please not be playing against Restore Balance again? I really don't want to be playing against Restore Balance again. Degrees in physics, so do I have to know the metric system? Oh. Storm? That's hype. Just drawing this member naturally against Storm is pretty hype. Not gonna complain about that. We may just die anyway, but it was cool how that happened. It was very cool how that happened. Yeah, we're still dead. Damn it. This is kind of what it is. We're just gonna, you know, cross our fingers and hope that we didn't die. But seems unlikely. Yep. Secret that if an object is placed on the ground of a water pool, the buoyancy decreases compared to it being fully submerged but not touching any ground walls. Such a great question, Magus. Such a great question. I have no idea what half of those words mean, but it sounds impressive. So if they have any sort of ritual effect, we're dead. If I ban both rituals, opponent puts a ritual on top, they net a ritual here. I think that's what I have to do. Try to bottleneck them on mana. If they have another ritual, then I can't bottleneck them and I'm just fucked, but... Put ritual on top. So if they have like Past in Flames or another gifts, we're dead. But there's nothing that we could have done about this anyway, so... Grave Shots are going face, which suggests that I am dead. Yep, that works. Dismember, 1 explosives. Nothing else matters. Guess I can cut a fountain for another explorer. Yeah, none of these cards do anything. ¿Qué piensas de Prismatic Command en BTL Scapeshift? No lo probé, pero no me parece muy bueno. O sea, solo funciona si tenés un Ren que está activo. Y si tenés un Ren que está activo, ya estás. Ya venís bastante bien, así que no sé si necesitas el Prismatic Command. Me parece que es mejor en New que en Scapeshift. Storm, man! Imagine playing Storm in 2021. I have mad respect for the folks out there, you know, just like me. Just jamming their favorite deck. Metagame in, metagame out, doesn't matter. Just trying to figure out a way to survive and just cast the cards that we like to cast. It's honestly just a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing. Just a beautiful thing. There's an argument for holding on to the forest. Holding on to the forest in case... to the fetchland, sorry, in case we find like Valakut and we want to have access to this speed interaction. But like at this point, the only way that we're gonna be able to win this game, like the only way that we trigger this Dryad is if we also have access to a prime time anyway. So if we have a Titan and a Dryad and we resolve both, we're just gonna win anyway. So not too worried about that. Opponent goes top. I wish I could be that lucky. So if my opponent taps out for a dude, If we find a land, we win, probably. Alright, they tapped out for a dude. And if we don't find a land, we can at least explosives on 2 and blow it up. Never lucky. Guess it's correct to do this first. Oh no, my opponent did not block. Damn it. I love how we have a 1 and a 3 and we are blowing up a 2. Just like right in between. Am I dead yet? Are we dead yet? They went top again? Why is my opponent so lucky and I am not? It is honestly unfair. The luck suckness should be even. We shouldn't have one player that is vastly more luck sucky than the other player. The luck suckness should be evened out. Sure. So they revival the morale to the top, and I imagine we're gonna lose now. Which sucks a lot. Well, here goes nothing, but we're gonna get something. Like we're gonna get dusted, we're gonna get remanded. God forbid, disputed. If this somehow resolves, we win, but don't slow roll me, opponent. Don't slow roll me. Don't slow roll me. Wipe away. Interesting. So we're tapped out now. Sweet. Wipe away. That's a card that I have not seen in a long time. I remember way back in the day when I was just starting to play. Play Amulet, and I played against Storm, and my opponent wiped away my bounce land, and I just died to my pact and upkeep. Wipe away is from back in the day where bounce spells actually didn't say non-land permanent; they just said bounce target permanent. And yes, yeah, that's it's a thing that has happened to me. If there's one thing that I have is Amulet stories. I'm gonna keep this one. There's an amulet. 2, 3, 4. It's quite nice, actually. So If I Gracer here, I can blow up the Baral. But then I don't deploy the Dryad. But I guess that not dying is important. I'm also gonna blow up the explosives on their draw step because my opponent has shown me that they have the guy that puts the card on top. So, man, it really sucks that we're 1 mana short of Dryad into Gracer, into explosives. That sucks. Anyway. Yeah, I know that. Oh, I guess that we can't blow up on draw step either, unless we bounce this, and I want to hold on to this, so this doesn't work. So we just have to crack right now. Pieces of the puzzle. Uh-oh. Damn, Noxious Revival is... Noxious Revival is messed up, man. Noxious Revival is a messed up card. Prime time. Okay. So we packed for a Sousa. It's not enough. We're 1 minute short. Damn it. So I guess we're dead. Three plus 2 mana. Yeah, we're just short. So I'm just gonna play this Cavern on Giant. I'm gonna pass the turn. Maybe my opponent will play around. I don't know. Maybe they'll play around this member or something. Yeah, they're just gonna upkeep for Noxious Rebel the Boral. And then kill me from there. Feels like there's a discussion amongst scholars happening in chat right now, and I just have no idea what's going on. Please whiff. Please whiff. Please whiff. Please whiff. Please whiff. Please whiff. And Queen Truth. Empty. Okay. So we play Dryad. We're not on a 1-turn clock, we're on a 2-turn clock, which is very important. I can pack for Azusa, but if I pack for Azusa, I lose to Remand or I lose to Repeal. Not super stoked about losing to Remand or Repeal. Repeal is in the graveyard. I mean, they could have a second copy. Same thing with Echoing Truth. We would also lose to Echoing Truth. Also, losing to Remand really sucks. Particularly because I have not seen a single Remand off of them. Let's say they have Past in Flames. If they have Past in Flames, I probably lose. No, if they have Past in Flames, I do lose, because they have triple Metamorphose plus Grave Shot, and I'm taking 16, so. D-Mock, thank you for the follow. So I guess I have to YOLO here. I think I have to YOLO here. Huh. Yep. So if opponent has Remand here, we lose. I guess we also lose to Bolt. Okay, I guess they just don't have it. I think I'll follow Fabavir. 6 mana. Now the question is, do we want to kill Baral or do I want to exile my opponent's graveyard? I can do one or the other. I can kill Baral by getting Simic Growth Chamber plus Valakut. Or I can get Bojuki Bog. And I guess a bounce land. And I can exile their graveyard. I think I'm gonna go for Bojuki Bog. Yeah, I also think that, because let's say that their best stop deck is if their last card in hand is another Baral or another Mana Dork, then we're fine, because it doesn't do anything. And if their last card in, like, they can't give gifts, because I would be deterministically dead if they had gifts. They cannot be Past in Flames, because I think that would have been also deterministically lethal. So I think that bogging them is better. I think that bogging them is better. not 100% sure about this, but I'm fairly sure that this is fine. Okay. They threw away one more gobo than they had to. Pass the turn. Only 2 cards in hand. Only 2 cards in hand. Ha! They had another one. That's awesome. Play well, get rewarded, I guess. Sweet. Beating Storm. Beating Storm feels good, man. All right, 3-1. See you for the last round. All right, last round. Let's see if we can get that 4-1. Sure, let's keep this hand. Says that opponent tends to play Gruul mid-range, which would be really bad for us. So I was moving. God damn it, Mark. The high is high and the low is lows, I guess. God damn it, it is Ponza. Dryad. Dryad off the top. Dryad off the top. One time. OP Magician with the sub. Thank you so much for the Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, OP Magician. So I think I have to pact for Dryad here, right? Yep. We just have to pact for Dryad here. Otherwise, it's just too long until we get to primetime. My opponent has turn 3 to resolve a Blood Moon, and if they don't, then we win. It's likely, of course. It's quite likely, but at least we can't die to the pact here. Unless my opponent's playing main deck Cleansing Wildfires, which I'm not playing around. Waiting for opponent to win the turn, fetch Blood Crypt tapped and be on John. If they're on John, this is... No, I guess this... If they're on John, this probably would not be the correct play. It may still be the correct play to do that. Alright, so they are indeed on Ponza, which sucks for me. Because they obviously kept a slow hand because they know that I'm playing Amulet. F's in chat for me. That Blood Moon card really sucks, chat. Opponent whips out a Ghost Quarter. Can you imagine? That'd be gross. Don't moon me, 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 don't moon me. That's a Blood Moon. Damn it. I will Poets need to complete. For you, better sail and make another deck for bound risk. I honestly don't care, man of misery. You should do whatever you want. You should do whatever the hell you want. I can't really help you with that. There's as much of a risk of something getting banned from Prowess as there is a risk for something getting back from Heliod or... I'm not saying there's high risks of any of that getting banned. Just saying that you should do whatever you think is better. If you play Dread after the moon, does that get around moon? What's Dread? Dread. Oh, Dryad. Yeah. Whatever resolve last, the short way to think of it is whatever is the last thing to come into play, that is what is into effect. What remains into effect. So if I find a basic, I can pact for Dryad to override this Blood Moon. But if then my opponent plays another Blood Moon on top of this one, then that second Blood Moon is going to be into effect. Alright. Just gotta find the basic forest. I mean, to be honest, like, we find the basic forest and we can't really do anything, so I'm just gonna concede here. Like, even if we find another basic forest, like, I guess a basic forest, not another one. Like, we just play a Dryad, and then, like, we play a 6/6, and my opponent's stuff is more powerful than what I'm doing, so, like, we're still not going anywhere. So, like, we could have continued playing there, but I think we're going to eventually lose. And I just don't feel like losing for a really long time. Although I guess it's probably not that long. But it's longer than I'm willing to be losing. Force a bigger. We don't play any forces in the main deck. That is, I mean, that's the downside of, you know, me streaming. Obviously, my opponent kept a hand because they knew that turn 3 Blood Moon was going to be good enough against me, so they mulliganed to 6 or 5, I can't remember. They mulled to 6 and they were looking for, you know, a hand that had turn 3 Blood Moon, which they know I'm playing Amulet and they know that I can't beat, so it's just what it is. It's the downsides of streaming. Basic forest, explore. So I guess we get to protect our basic here, which is kind of nice. So here, of course, we have a lot of more answers to Blood Moon. So our chances of actually winning this matchup are a lot higher. It's still a bad matchup. It's not like all of a sudden it's fine. Still a bad matchup, but now we have, like, we're drawing towards cards in this game as opposed to the previous one. The previous one we were just drawing dead. This time around we are drawing towards real cards. Do I sandbag a Dryad for the moon? No, because if I draw stuff, I need to be able to cast it, right? Second Blood Moon sucks. So at this point, I guess I'm hoping for force. I guess it's important which. I guess this is. Damn it. I guess. Yeah, they're blowing up my forest. Fuck. So at this point, it's kind of force or bust. Holding on to the land because of tracker, like I have enough mana already. How does the interaction between Dryad and Moon work? Whichever thing came into play last is what's in effect. Yeah, it's pretty brutal when, you know, your opponent's entire hand just lines up perfectly against yours. Again, we're still drawing towards force. Like, if we find force, we just swing this game straight up. So force of negation wins straight up. We have two forces that we're drawing towards. That's really it. I mean, basic forest is not a blank, but it's pretty close to a blank, so doesn't really do too much for us. Clothis sucks because Clothis is a clock. It's a clockthis. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Pillage the amulet? Okay. Yeah, so we're probably just gonna. So if this is a force, we have a shot. Force. If this is a force, we have a shot. If this is not a force, we're gonna lose. Yep. Yeah, this is lethal over 2 turns, and we don't have draws. Yeah, we just died. Brutal, man. Like, their hand was so fucking good both times. It's so frustrating. Anyway. We beat one bad matchup in Storm. Could not beat the other bad matchup. It really sucks because, like, I've been playing Reclaimer Amulet lately, and I think I played against Ponza 4 or 5 times, and I beat them every single time. But, like, obviously this version of the deck just cannot beat Ponza realistically, right? Like, unless, you know, you just draw your forces, but... Honestly, I think this list is fine. Like, I'm not blown away by it. I'm not blown away by it. Like, it's cool. We didn't play against Prowess, which is what I was the most excited to try out, because I think it's pretty, like, this list itself is very, very much geared towards beating Prowess. That's what the Run of Fowls are in the sideboard for, but yeah. I'm not convinced that I like this better than the Reclaimer version. Like I've been doing well with the Reclaimer version, and the Reclaimer version, like it's still good against Prowess. Like I've been beating Prowess pretty consistently with the Reclaimer version, and I've also been playing. I've also been beating Ponza. I've been beating the control decks a lot more reliably, because you have 1-drops that just win the game. So I'm not 100% sold on this just being the end-all be-all version of Amulet. Situation where they don't drop the Blood Moon, do you hold the Dryad in case they drop a moon? No, because then they destroy my lands. Like, it depends on the rest of my hand. Like, yeah, there are situations where you hold the Dryad, for sure. But depends on what the rest of your hand looks like. Do you like Killer Merch more than the current version? In the context of the metagame, yes and no. Like, if the metagame has more Heliod, then no. I think Karn is very good against Heliod. In fact, I think Karn is the only way that Amulet can beat Heliod. Of course, barring the nut draws, but sometimes you have nut draws and the Heliod deck wins anyway. So I think that Heliod is a horrendous matchup for Amulet, and I think Karn makes it winnable. I wouldn't go as far to say that it's favorable, but Karn makes the Heliod matchup winnable, and this version cannot beat Heliod. But I mean, unless you just wait for your opponent to, like, you can beat it in TGO, you cannot really beat it in paper. Basically, I guess I should make that clarification. But yeah, I mean, this list is cool. This list is good. If you hit some good matchups, and if you hit some, I guess not necessarily good matchups, but like the matchups that this list is stacked towards, like if you hit those matchups, you're fine. And then if you don't hit them, then it's just like every version of Amulet, right? Like every version of Amulet, you have a very good, solid, proactive game plan. You know, like your shell, right? Like what your shell does, and then you can figure out different ways of working things around in order to maneuver against the different decks that you expect to see in the metagame. And I think that this list was very, very good for this past weekend's metagame, where everybody was playing Prowess and everybody was expecting Prowess and stuff. And whenever you get dropped into a more open metagame where you can see other decks, maybe this list falls a little bit shorter. It's good though. Like I think that if this is one thing that you would like to be playing, like if you wanted to be playing like a no nonsense build, like I like to call it, this is a good way to, this is a perfectly fine and like pretty good way to go about it. And I like the changes that I made, by the way, like adding Bojugibok to the main deck, and then adding Bojugibok to the main deck in place of the third Dismember seems fine to me. Like I actually do like that change quite a bit. All right, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you for watching very much. I'm about to start recording the Mishra's Bubble episode of today with Evan and Spider. So this is gonna wrap it up for me. If you enjoyed the content, of course, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video, folks. Thank you so much and take care. Bye bye.